Hi, I'm back. I'm still not 100%, but I'm going to give you my all. I'm better. I'm grateful that I'm eating semi-soft food, but it's at least food. I'm not on a liquid diet anymore. I'm having cauliflower mashed potatoes and yogurt. And excited to talk. There's a lot to get to today, my friend. We're going to be talking Matthew Perry, Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Adele, Chappell Roan, and more. But first, a kind reminder. I have set up a membership on this channel. If you want to support, please consider becoming a member. Also, I am going to switch the live stream to member only mode, but everybody can watch, and when the premiere is over, everybody can comment on this video. All right? Hey, Casera, how are you, gorgeous? Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Patty. Hey, Nicole. And thank you for understanding yesterday. Adulting. My orthodontics appointment with my son went late because, yes, my son needs braces. So it was a few involved steps. It was the consultation with the orthodontist, and then they had to take photos and x-rays, and then we had to work out a payment plan because my insurance does not cover it. Do you want to know? Oh my God. $6,625. $6,625 for braces. Why the hell are braces so expensive? $6,625. Not covered by insurance. And it's not just aesthetics. The orthodontist said, oh, your son has an overbite and crowding and I'm not a freaking doctor. Like, I don't know. Oh, overbite and crowding. That doesn't sound good. Like, shit. Yeah, it's monthly payments of $243 a month. I worked out a payment plan. Thankfully, it's at no interest, but still. That's a lot of money. I'm cheap. And I have 3 kids. And my mother. Anyways, I'm not making this about me and complaining. I'm grateful. I am blessed. Abundance. I am grateful. I am blessed. Abundance. Okay. Let us work our way backwards so that let's start off with the negative stuff and then work towards more positive stuff. I have really been digging deep into all of this Matthew Perry ugliness and everybody involved in his death. Several players have been arrested. 5 people in connection with Matthew Perry's death, including 2 doctors and one who played a more perverse part, is the best way to describe it. Hey, Holly. Hey, Ostfly girl. Hey, Christy. Absolutely. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Sherry. I don't even know where to begin. I guess let's work chronologically. The feds allege that these 5 people worked collectively for the months leading up to Matthew Perry's death to give him so much ketamine. Hey, girl. And it all originally started as therapeutic, but, big but, somehow Matthew Perry found this shady doctor, hey Adam, that works, and actually I'm surprised they have not removed his name from their website, because I would think that like they're probably being inundated with media requests now, or maybe even just randos calling. This one shady doctor, Salvador Plasencia, works, I don't think he's been fired yet, but works at this place called Malibu Canyon Urgent Care. What the fudge? What the fudge is an urgent care doctor doing administering ketamine therapy to somebody? And also, I don't understand this. I don't believe that a recovering addict should be given ketamine therapy. I know that a lot of people think ketamine can be used to treat addiction. I don't. I don't think ketamine can be used to treat addiction. Maybe ketamine is good for trauma survivors, somebody that was taken advantage of. You know what I'm trying to not mention things in somebody that was a child or a woman that was raped, you know what I mean? But if you're an addict that has struggled with hardcore addiction, like Matthew Perry, I don't think he never should have gotten under ketamine therapy. So this one shady doctor, quickly it turned out that, he was a shady doctor. And the feds alleged that in a 2-month period, September and October, he and this other doctor gave Matthew Perry 20 vials of ketamine in exchange for $55,000 cash. And at one point, the doctor even texted this other doctor, quote, "I wonder how much this moron will pay. I wonder how much this moron will pay." Well, he ended up paying for his life with his life. He ended up paying his life, sadly. This one doctor from the Malibu Canyon Urgent Care was working in connection with a doctor down in San Diego County who has a ketamine clinic, whose entire practice is ketamine therapy. Super shady. That's how the one doctor at the freaking urgent care was able to get so much ketamine. He had a friend or a relationship with this other doctor down in San Diego who had a ketamine clinic that lied to the ketamine. I've spent at least 40 minutes today reading everything. Lied to the wholesale distributor where he got the ketamine. It's all, licensed and paperwork, and that's how they were able to get so much. Matthew Perry, however, thought he was paying too much. I mean, how do you even know how much is too much, right? Like, how do you know how much is too much? But he thought that $55,000 for 20 vials was too much. So that's then when he turned to the streets. He found this high-end dealer, this woman who's also been arrested, who gave him street ketamine. And I don't know if that's the same thing. Like, is street ketamine made a different way? Is it just regular ketamine that's been stolen? A lot of questions. And yeah, let me show you this. This woman, she real fancy. Like, she would go to like all of these fashion events and premieres, and she was super connected. She only sold to the rich and famous. Her name is Jasveen Sangha. And that's a very good point, Ananda. It could have been tainted with something else. Although, from what I've read, Matthew Perry's was not necessarily tainted. He just had so much in his system. Check this out. Well, I'll get back to it. Let's go back to the ketamine queen. Not what you think of when you think of a, dealer, right? And look at everything that was seized from her house in North Hollywood. Authorities raided her house in March. Look at all of that. Weapons, pills, ketamine vials. If there's one thing that we should be grateful for is that this woman won't be able to hurt any more people. So, in his death, Matthew Perry is doing some good. Because how could you live with yourself? All right, selling weed, whatever, but selling these kinds of things, and she was living the life, draped in jewelry, expensive jewelry, taking trips to Mexico and Japan. I know that weed is legal, but still a lot of people sell it without, being licensed. The ketamine queen. Okay. So, check this out. I looked it up. I had to do a lot of different research because I wanted to get the most accurate information for you all. The main doctor, the really shady one from the Malibu Canyon Urgent Care, the medical ringleader, he faces up to 120 years in federal prison. He is screwed. He faces up to 120 years in prison. And the ketamine queen faces life in prison. She faces life in prison. And even Matthew Perry's longtime assistant has been arrested and already pled guilty. Matthew Perry's longtime assistant has pled guilty to conspiracy to distribute ketamine causing death. Imagine you're Matthew Perry's assistant for 30 years, 94 to 2004, 14, for almost exactly, you're Matthew Perry's assistant for almost 30 years. And he's an addict. According to the feds, his assistant even administered the ketamine intravenously. The assistant shot him up. The assistant injected him with a syringe of ketamine. The assistant was not a nurse, is not a medical anything. But actually, the shady doctor, Salvador Plasencia, gave a lesson to the assistant on how to shoot up Matthew Perry. That's how bad Matthew Perry's addiction was. The shady doctor who's facing 120 years is he's truly a criminal. Truly criminal. And I wonder, how many other people he's done that, 2 or 4. It's like, it's total Michael Jackson 2.0. And remember, after Michael Jackson died, his doctor, Dr. Conrad Murray, also had to do some prison time. Wait, is he still in prison? I have not heard that name in forever. Is he still in prison? Conrad Murray. No. He barely even got prison time. Conrad Murray served a little less than 2 years out of his original 4-year prison sentence. I wonder what that guy's doing now. Oh my God, that Conrad Murray is still seeing patients. How is that possible? In 2016, Inside Edition reported that Murray was still visiting patients, although Murray claimed that he does not charge patients anything for his services, that he is only providing a consultation without providing prescription medication, and that therefore he is not breaking the law. That guy should not be giving a consultation to anybody. Bonkers. Bonkers. All right, let's keep it moving. Okay. Happier news now. Let's do that. Happier news. Taylor Swift, literally minutes ago, just finished her first show back after canceling 3 shows in Vienna. She performed at Wembley Stadium in London and didn't even either directly or indirectly address the terroristic threat that she faced. Maybe she's been advised not to, but in some capacity, I thought she could have mentioned it. You know what I mean? Like, she could have just talked about being extra grateful to be there, et cetera, et cetera. But no, it was an ordinary show. Well, it was not an ordinary show, but there was no mention whatsoever. But it was not an ordinary show. In fact, Taylor brought out Ed Sheeran tonight. How special! Can you imagine? You go see Taylor Swift and surprise, she brings out Ed Sheeran. They did a mashup of Everything Has Changed, Endgame, and Thinking Out Loud, the Ed Sheeran song. And it's one of the best things. I hope she releases it on her social media because it's that good. Travis songs? What do you mean, Sherry? So yeah, that was really special. And welcome back, Taylor, putting on her brave face and her best foot forward. Oh, possibly, Sherry, possibly. But also, it's just because Ed was there, and those are the songs they have together, except for Thinking Out Loud. Anyways, speaking of Taylor Swift, you guys, oh my God, I have been telling you all, talking incessantly for months now about Chappell Roan. Well, Chappell Roan is so close to being #1 on the Billboard album chart next week. She is vying with Taylor Swift for #1. You know what that means? I need you all to stream The Rise and Fall of a Midwestern Princess this week. I will be streaming Chappell Roan's new album, or her only album, her debut. Sorry. I will be streaming the Chappell Roan album, and I need you all to stream it too. Let us get Chappell Roan to #1. It is so well deserved. You know it, Ryan. HOTTOGO. In more music news, surprise! After a few days of teasing a collaboration with Bruno Mars, Lady Gaga has officially announced their joint single. And surprise, it comes out in 4 hours and 10 minutes from the time that I'm live. It comes out at midnight this evening, Thursday, or Friday morning, technically. The song is called Die With a Smile. It is considered a standalone single, and it will not be included in the next Lady Gaga album, her reps say. And I'm going to make a bold prediction, just based on the cover. Let's look at it. Let me show you. If you haven't seen it yet, this is the cover. I have a prediction. I mean, the title and her makeup and their clothing, it almost feels like it's a song from the soundtrack. Exactly, Isabella. It feels like a Joker song. Like maybe they wrote it for the Joker movie. I'm not sure. But yeah, I feel like she's in. Does she play Harley Quinn in it? I'm not sure. Sonically, I have a feeling it's gonna be very much like Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers. Like it's gonna give us Islands in the Stream. Because that's how Bruno Mars works. Bruno Mars finds old songs and then just basically rips them off and makes new songs inspired by those old songs. That's how Bruno Mars makes music. And I feel like I'm calling it. It's going to be a country pop song. Everybody's going country. I mean, I could be wrong, but I look at this and it's not like I'm not getting power pop, I'm not getting Chromatica vibes. I don't want there to be funk and dancing. Like that, Bruno has done that, played out. I want something different from both of them. Excuse me. All right. I forgot to mention this. Even Adele gave Chappell Roan a shout out in concert this week. I love that. Adele is a little late to the party, but we welcome you to the Pink Pony Club. All right. I feel like I'm kind of over the whole Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni story, but I feel like Blake Lively is the one that needs a crisis PR manager. Am I wrong? But Justin Baldoni is the one that's hired a crisis PR manager, but I think Blake Lively is the one that needs it. Based on my assessment, social media overwhelmingly is on Justin Baldoni's side. I hope one day we can really find out. I mean, it definitely feels like Blake overstepped her boundaries. She is a producer on the film, but she was not initially. They gave her producer credit and producer abilities for agreeing to star in the movie. But I don't even think she's a movie star, to be honest. I didn't view it as him fat shaming her. How did he fat shame her? According to one report, he has had back problems. So he asked his trainer how much she weighs and the best way to prepare for that, because he had to carry her in one scene. I don't think that's fat shaming. I think actually that's a result of him being considerate. Men have been, and somehow word got back to Blake Lively, but that was the appropriate thing. What was he going to do? Directly ask Blake Lively how much she weighs so that he could practice or prepare or be safe, you know? Exactly, Ryan. Men have been told not to ask women about their weight. So, thankfully, I do feel like this story will die out by tomorrow. You know, like tomorrow it'll be the last hurrah and it'll be officially over this Sunday. I'm ready for it to be over. Okay. Some positive news. It's so weird. I feel like I'm sick, but I'm not sick, but I am sick. Like the roof, this part is not too bad. What's really awful and painful is the healing on the roof of my mouth, the donor area for my gums. And it feels like it's my throat, but it's not. It's the roof of my mouth. It feels like I have a sore throat, like I'm sick, but I'm not sick. It's just I'm healing. Anyways, some positive news. Kylie Jenner just celebrated her 27th birthday. That's bonkers. It feels like just yesterday, Kylie Jenner turned 18. Now she's 27, has 2 kids, and is still dating Timothée Chalamet. Kylie celebrated her birthday in the Bahamas, and Timothy was there. So, you know, they're keeping their romance under wraps, but still very much a couple. Excuse me. Oh my God, there was that one viral video that's gone viral of Blake Lively fat shaming that journalist in 2016. She's outed herself as a mean girl. Like we were putting all of the pieces together, and Blake Lively gives me mean girl vibes. It will definitely not last, Adam. Spoke about that earlier, Osfly girl. Any Britney news, Isabella? She's doing a lot of dancing videos. That's a good thing. That makes her happy. I'm so Julia. I'm so Julia. I'm so Julia. Anyways, I love you all. I think today was a good, it's good to be back. A solid effort from myself today, even though I'm still not well, and $6,625. Oh my fucking God. Hopefully some people sign up for a membership. Please become a member of my YouTube. It would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. When the premiere is over, everybody can comment, everybody can like, everybody can share, do all of those things. Comment a few times. The more comments, the better. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And a reminder, I'm live here on YouTube. I will be here tomorrow, Adam, every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. I love you. I appreciate you. Group hug.